Thanks everyone for coming and bearing with us through the technical challenges. When we take this show on the road, we just never know what we're going to get, even though we try to make sure we're ready. So thanks for bearing with us through the glitches. We do have folks at home, so we're gonna ask that you guys keep your voices down. The screen is here, so if you do need to use the facilities, please go around and go the back way, go in and come in. There are restrooms over here to the side. We'll go ahead and get started now. This is our October meeting. We weren't able to meet last month, but we did have this amazing impact gala, which we'll get into a little later. As we open up, I want to thank our hosts. This building, this amazing building, the terraces a couple years ago, many of you probably know wasn't here. So I want to bring up one of the developers on this project so she can tell you a little bit about how this building became to be, and then we'll tell you about what's available here and get started.
Henson, principal of the Henson Development Company, the terraces at Park Heights. We're excited to be a part of I would say, the resurgence here at Park Heights and everything that can do for the future of Park Heights. We are the developer that was selected by the city to redevelop 17.3 acres building. The overall redevelopment that will take place. This is a 100-unit senior building for the next project will be a multi-family building that will be across the street here on Virginia at Park Heights. And we're really excited about everything that this building brings, not just to the community, but to the residents, including things like battery backup systems so that the power in this building will never go down. For seniors, we have sophisticated entry systems that provides a video for senior residents, not just, someone pushing a button. They can actually see who's coming to try to visit them. We have a gym, we have this beautiful community center. We also have the jockey club with computers as well. And again, this is just something that we're really proud about. And our team, the NHP Foundation and the Henson Development Company worked diligently to make sure that this building provided everything for the community. Many people know about Georgie, as I call him, which is a sculpture. This is in our courtyard, which is a sculpture of George Snyder Anderson, who was the first African American to win cuteness. That we unveiled in project we did in collaboration with Art of the Heart. So please go out and visit it, take pictures with it, as you feel accustomed to do. We also have solar artworks as well as a solar courtyard. Which is the first in the city, by the way, no one else has done solar artworks for us. So basically just providing the comforts for seniors that no longer want to cut grass or climb stairs. To live in a beautiful building. So I don't know if anybody has any questions for me, but one of the things that we have, the biggest questions that I typically get are what's coming next. So it's a multi-family building, but we also have single family for sale homes. And then we also have control over two lots, the 4600 and the 4800 block of Park Heights. And that would be mostly townhomes and retail as well. So there's a lot that's going to come. This is just the first of many. And I will turn it over to our marketing team to discuss the lease up opportunities that we have here at the market.
And marketing for Habitat America. And they already touched on a lot of the amenities available here. So I'm just going to talk about the availability. As of now, we have just under 21 bedrooms available. We are leasing now. If you have any more questions about leasing, you can see me after the meeting. And I do have some business cards and flyers if you'd like to take some after the meeting. All right, thank you.
Okay, so now we're gonna have Ms. Robin Singletary from our communications director to share with you a recap of our impact gala collection.
First, before I say anything else, we're gonna take a look at the highlight video and then I'll come back and talk. So sit back and enjoy the video. Hello, can everybody hear me? Yeah. Okay, good. I hope you felt all the energy from that. If you were at the Impact Gala, can you just give me like a hands up? You were there? All right. Yeah. You felt the energy, you felt the collective impact, you felt what the vibe and the heart and the spirit of Park Heights. And as each and every person on that video said, we couldn't do it alone. So it doesn't matter if you're a partner, if you're a developer, if you're a resident, or if you utilize the services, we have to do this all together. So that's what the Impact Gala is all about. What you see on the screen is collective impact. So our vision was collective impact, our vision for the future. And this lets us know, you keep hearing about PHR and where our name is all in these different places, but we want to take the focus off of us and know that it's the entire, it's on the collective. So collective impact is how we do our work. And that's aligning partners, resources, and strategies to drive measurable change. I'm not going to be before you long because I don't want this to be a boring presentation. I just want you to know that we work within these 6 pillars, and you'll recognize each pillar. You say, hey, that's speaking to me. That's in my department.
or I've worked with a partner, I recognize a partner in that department. So the first one is community wellness and safety. Yeah, let me, who's part of this? Who's part of this bucket? There we go, there we go. That's about feeling safe. That's about feeling safe in your community. That's about beautification. Next, workforce development. Give a holler. Yes, helping people get jobs and to create sustainable lifestyles. Education and out of school time. It's not just about before and after, but when you're out of school, when my kids right now, they have a half day off tomorrow and a full day off on Friday. What am I going to do with them? Okay. Developers Network, of course, that's housing and development. You see the beautiful things that are happening in Park Heights, all of the new buildings, all the affordable housing that's happening. That's all part of our developers network. We cannot do it alone. Community. Oh, I'm sorry. Community Leadership Council. So I'm sure everyone is familiar with Breon. That's not Breon educational impact, but Community Association presidents, vice president. We thank you. And as we're building up your communities, it starts at the heads. And last but not least is our business and Main Streets department. We all know where the Main Streets are, but give a holler for the Main Streets. And we see how it's building up. So this is all about revitalizing Park Heights Renaissance, or Park Heights, I'm sorry. And we have to do it all together. So because we're in the business, I'm going to bring up Curtis Eady, who's going to talk about your next presenters. Thank you.
I'm trying to dig into some of that delicious food that you all are enjoying right about now. So I'm Curtis Eady. I'm the director of the Main Street. Park Heights has applied to be one of the newest Main Streets inside of Baltimore City. It's a Main Street designation. There are 9 designations across the city of Baltimore, and we are the newest one. And we're going to take it to a bold new height. Proud to be able to serve here in Park Heights, doing this economic development work. And we have a new series that we're going to be doing, highlighting the small businesses of Park Heights here at our community meeting. And today, I would like to introduce to you all the owners of Gay and Toya's Cuisine, which you all have been enjoying. We have some business cards about it. Come on down. Yeah. Good. Well, our business owners here, they are, like myself, a little bit new to the corridor, but not new to Baltimore. I would love for them to.
Okay, I'm 48 to get into his cuisine.
And the influence of executive for family owned business. And then talk a little bit about the Gay and Toya. So we are going to say who was who. I know you said the beginning.
All right, so I'm the daughter, it's my 2-parent, well, yeah, this is my 2-parent and restaurant, well, soul food with a twist, restaurant and community. We've been open about 5 to 6 months. And so thank you all for welcoming us to this community. We have been very appreciative of the outpouring love that you have given us.
Location.
Yes.
So I want to say thank you so much for a great pillar in Park Heights. A great space.
And they developed a huge Instagram following. So in turn, I got involved in catering. We did festival. Actually, we did 4 caterings for our mayor. That led us, we actually at that point decided to jump out on faith and step out on 74 Park Heights Avenue, which is currently on the Virginia Village Continuum. Some of the items that we sell at the shop.
And I, our turkey legs were crazy. The creamy baked chicken that y'all had today, we had baked barbecue chicken, we had turkey egg rolls, we had honey bourbon salmon, we had baked lamb chops, we had shrimp. We had sides, we had mac and cheese, we had candy yams, green beans, the whole 9 yards. They also tell y'all about the website that we had that y'all can look over our menu at. But it's a wide range of some soul food prepared.
And spoken about the dedications that you're running and building that brand for the sweet side to the community services you are doing. You know, mayor's office, but
Hey, Smith. Tell me a little bit, what is one thing about your business that you wish more people in the community knew?
Well, some people actually do know it here now because we did cater this event. But for those who don't know, our food is delicious. Because you see for myself, so you need to come to our location and check this out. The food is made with love, care, and a devotion to quality. And our platters are also very in the dollar. You'll definitely get your money's worth.
anybody that know Park Heights, we have many neighborhoods, it's a big community itself. But explain to them how they can travel there. Coming even off of 83, coming in even from Wabash or the boundaries, but just help them build the. It is not gonna business.
Okay, so we're located 5374 Park Heights. As you said before, right across from Pimlico Racetrack is Park Heights and Hayward. So it's right on that corner, in between, if you, I know y'all know the area, the 2 daycares is right in the middle, and it's a big green sign that you can't miss. Yeah, our hours of operation are, we're currently closed Monday through Wednesday, but we're open Thursday through Sunday. We're open Thursday 12 to 8, Friday 12 to 8, Saturday 1 to 8, and Sunday 1 to 6. I would suggest if y'all look on our website before visiting, it will tell you any closures that we may have, if we're out of stock of a menu item. We are new, so sometimes we do sell out of the menu items. We are working on growing our staff, so we are ensuring that we have the best team possible because we want to ensure that we have the most quality food possible. We don't want to just put anything on the plate, so we are making sure that we have all of our food in stock. And yay, employees cuisine. Yep, and so if you visit the website, that's on the business card before your time, it'll tell you our hours of operation, it'll tell you, what we have to stop today. The website is gaytoyascuisine.toast.site. And,
I have some business cards as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you Google us, it'll, come right up to our website as well. It'll be a picture of us with the green thing. Oh, yes, the, social media, all our social media is Gay and Toya Cuisine. So it's YAIANDTOYAS Cuisine. And it's about, the cuisine is spelled with a C, CUISINE. Yes, ma'am.
Website, the issue for the car, you know, the color, the type of car. And it gives you your time to pick up the food, and it says that we deliver to the car. So I sat in my car waiting for the delivery, because it said, if you ready at 3:37, I sat out there for like 15 minutes. Then I went inside, and the young man that waited on me told me that that you guys don't do that.
Yes.
So you might need to make that correction on the website.
We have been trying to get that through. We go through a third party company called Toast, and we've told them that we trying to take that off of our website because we don't offer curbside. So it's just either you can order online, either walk in, get your order, or we offer DoorDash or Toast delivery. But yes, ma'am, I'll make sure that I contact them again so we can make sure we get that off.
But any aspiring entrepreneurs in the building, what is one piece of advice that you would give someone in the community who was thinking about starting their own business?
Well, I would say that these two ladies, especially when they step in the kitchen every day, they strive to be their best. No one's perfect, but these ladies strive to be their best every time. What I want to say to some of the young entrepreneurs is that you also have to strive your best. If you start a business, you can't expect to open your doors and people to come and spend their valuable money with you, and you're not giving them value for their dollar. So just please, if you're going to invest in a business, always remember, you have to give a quality product and make sure people get a value for the dollar, because they won't support you. I don't care what race they are, if they're not getting a value for the dollar. So that's just something I wanted to convey, because I see that a lot. People open their doors and they wonder why they're not getting any business. You know, it's your business model and the quality of your product.
Great advice. In closing, sorry, I got a little bit more closing statement actually. Just want to leave everybody with the gym. But if there are any other closing remarks or comments that you all will share?
It's a family affair.
It's a
It is bring everybody in so they know.
Oh, no, I'm just saying it's a family affair, and we just so happy and grateful that y'all open, we able to open our doors to you guys. And y'all welcome us.
Provide us with food and provide us with the service. We look forward to see you all day. Dismiss. I'm gonna turn it right back on over to our host for the night, Mr. Randy. Don't forget, y'all, I get these business cards, okay? We got the business cards ready.
Okay, we're gonna keep this show moving so we can make up for the time we lost. Next, we're gonna have a presentation from Gaudenzia. So this month, the month of October, is Mental Health and Substance Abuse Prevention Month. So Gaudenzia, as a community partner, is here to talk about their services and give you a little more information. I'm gonna hand this over to Muhammad Ahmed, who is the division director for Gaudenzia.
I'm reading your speechless. Just over a year ago, there was nothing here. Just a year ago, and such a beautiful building, beautiful place, and it's much needed. And we are very pleased that we have something uplifting around in this area which is needed. I don't want to take too much of time. I just want to share with the community here that we have substance use, mental health, case management services. Right here at Woodland Avenue, maybe half a mile here and half a mile from here on this side. So we serve long-term programs. We have all kinds of services in our program. Person starts at detox program, they're gonna continue staying with us in our program. Person can stay in the program for 9 to 10 months. Everything is absolutely free. During this time, we have case management services. They help the client. Because most of the time, they don't have any IDs, manual IDs, info IDs, driver license, social security card, birth certificate. So our case manager, they help with the client. They do their best, making sure they have all the IDs in hand. So when they are going to our happy house, before they are into happy house, we encourage them to look for a job. Our staff, they prepare, they sit with them, they talk to them, they educate them. Sure, they are not here only for substance use and mental health, but when they leave here, they have a job in hand. We do our best to make sure that person has a job in hand. Because when you leave the building one day after 9, 10 months, you need what? Income, a job, a housing. You need all of those things. We want to make sure person has it before person leaves. And we do not abandon a person, making sure that person has all those things in hand to survive. And we have many, many success stories in our program. Many, many. I requested Mr. Griffin to come. He is our living proof of many of the stories that we have successful story in our program. So I request Mr. Griffin to share his story, what he did from point A to Z and where he is at this moment. I also thank you, Ms. Trina, for inviting us here. We are here, our doors are open 24/7. We have some flyers here. Please give us a call. I just want to share also, we are from this area, but Gaudenzia, since it's non-profit organization, we receive phone call from Jessup, from Cumberland, from Eastern Shore, from Eastern, from Salisbury. People call us, say, I need treatment, but I don't have transportation. And we have free Uber. We send Uber. They bring people to our program. Because many a time we know that transportation is a big obstacle. If that time when person is ready for treatment, and if he does not have a transportation, he gonna get lost. So I give mic to Mr. Griffin to share his story. Thank you.
Good evening.
I want to thank the Renaissance. So, I want to thank y'all for giving the opportunity. Most of saying something to make me want to give me the opportunity to do something. Right? Because I grew up in West Baltimore. It's my kid. It's a beautiful thing to see it grow. There's a healthy get on this path. Because I came and I was broken. I mean, I didn't have no ID. I was not employable. I didn't have nothing. I was broken. Broken mentally, physically, all the way around. I was broken down. I didn't look like this when I came. But before, you wouldn't have wanted me in this building. Right? But today I'm glad to be better than same inspiration. Like for the same guys, men and women in Park Heights that we brought together, we went through and see me, the young people, and see, I destroyed my life. Right? And if I had turned my life around a long time ago, the sky's the limit, because I see it now. I just left going this. I just left me 7 last year. You know, and already I'm back and I'm employed. Yeah. Stephanie, gave me a safe place where I could sit back and get to know, know myself and see the destruction of caused in my life. Right? And I had to make a decision. When I first went there, I only was going 3 days. I went for 3 days in the staff, and they were so healthy, mental health staff, and medication, and everything was right there. They provided everything. I didn't need to go nowhere for nothing, and it made it so easy just to get out my own way for a change and do something different. Right? And do something different like I did, because I'm part of the reason why this was destroyed. I used to hang right on that corner park. I said, "What? I know that thing, man. I know how this area was and how it looked now. It's just like a total different. It's like I'm in a whole nother country. Nothing on this thing. From women, from Minnesota, all the way up, nothing was the same. And it made me so proud to stand for Baltimore Center. Because at one time I would have said, I want to say I was from Baltimore. Right? Because we get such a bad record. Right? But when we get a bad record, because people like me, we earned that. I earned it. Right? And it was only through going desert, man. Right? I mean, they just so the staff and house managers, and counselors, and nurses, and the doctor, everybody just so positive, right? And they so inviting. Right? It's so inviting when you were sitting, man, we ain't got no clothes, you ain't got, right? People come in the door like that, you don't have no clothes, you know what I mean? You don't have money, you're not employable, right? You don't have, some people don't have education, right? So, I mean, and they give you a chance to get all that, and they assist you in it, and they assist me in it. Because I came to do it, like I said, I didn't have no idea. Now I got my driver's license, I'm employed. Yeah. This is. Get a hurt. Yeah. So I'm just so proud that opportunity, like fuck people, because at one time I was telling people, Mr. Holmes scared to bring me. He said, yeah. I used to tell it. He said, we would have been in the Higgs and you got to tell. I had no confidence. I was broken. Yeah. I was broken, but God, there's a help. It ain't all that back, man. Beyond my wildest dreams. This is my first real job. You know. Just want to thank y'all for inviting us to the Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your stories. We just want to highlight the things that are going on. You can go with this microphone.
Try.
We want to just highlight the things that are going on in our community. We want to talk about the issues, substance abuse, mental health is not go away, right? We got to address it. It's great to have people from the community that can come out and tell their story in a very vulnerable way, so that others can be inspired to get treatment as well, and see an outcome that they may not have thought they could attain. Shifting gears a little bit, we are going to have a presentation for housing and community development. And this is a presentation about buying into Baltimore. Kelly Bacala is coming up now, and she So I'm gonna hand it over to Kelly to talk about what housing and community development has going on.
Thanks, Joanna. Thank you for the warm welcome. I really appreciate it. It has
sorry.
been a few, since I presented at one of these, so it's nice to be back. Not that I'm ever a stranger, I'm still here. It's had to see. I want to tell you up front, just in case I forget, I do have. To the
Golly, can't even hear what they're saying.
For one, we're trying to purchase a lot of them to do rehab. I've seen some amazing rehabs of condemned buildings. I recently toured one in Belvedere that looked fantastic. We're also doing demolitions sometimes, depending on the status of the building, how it looks. If you ever see bricks falling from a building, that's what, please let us know. Get my car, call Terrain, call PHR. That is a demolition situation that we should look into. So if you ever see, that's like a big red flag. There are smaller red flags, but that's really a big one. So if you ever see bricks falling off a building, or just, active, anytime, and I'll tell you what, I'm probably the biggest reporter of 311s in Park Heights. If there was a contest, I do believe I would win. That's what you all should be doing too. Think of it as a contest. Report as many as you can, because it doesn't matter if you get 5 reports on one property, code enforcement's got to go check it out. But, you gotta be putting in those 311 calls. So that's just my little side hustle pitch for 311. One of my good friends is like a marketing person for 311. So she'll be happy I did that. All right, next slide. Okay, so here's what I'm here to talk about today. So just familiar with PCDA, the slots money that we get. Yep, okay. So PCDA, Carrie Douglas here from the Department of Planning. We'll give her a round of applause. We work very closely with the Pimlico Community Development Authority, and so when the city puts in for funding, it's only because we've heard from the community that they want something, and that's when I say, okay, put on my grant writing, hope that I get this money. Well, that's what happened last year. We've been giving incentives for home repair. Recipients. We've been doing that for at least the last 5 years. I think the last 7 actually. But we heard, you're not people who want to buy a home. How are you helping folks who actually want to purchase? And so this year we requested $150,000, which will give us 15 grants to assist with closing costs and down payment assistance for folks who are buying a rehab vacant building. It can be used with other grants. This is sometimes called stacking. So it's totally okay if you're getting funding from other places. You can still use this grant. And I've put Brenda Winston as the director of this program. She made line. And this is one of the flyers that I have out if anyone would like a copy of it. Yeah, next slide. Okay. So requirements. How do you get one of these grants? So remember how I said it's got to be a rehab vacant. How do you know a property is a rehab vacant? Sure, you can look at it. You can see that it had a vacant building notice and now it's complete and it's listed on Redfin. Good chance it's a rehab vacant, right? So what you're going to want to become familiar with is a program called Code. This is like my word Bible. It's every single day. I probably click on it 100 times a day. But it can tell you basically what is vacant, what has been rehabbed, what's up, right? So if you can see, it's got blue squares, it's got orange squares. What does that mean? An orange square is a vacant building. And this is also important just in general if you're buying a home, whether you're using this program or not. Because there are bad developers. As for every good developer, there are an equal number of bad developers. And so one thing you should always do, I give this speech at my Baltimore presentations too. When you're looking at buying a home, check the map or just check the Baltimore City permits. It's public. Make sure the person has pulled permits. Make sure that the building is no longer vacant. I can't tell you how many calls. It's not a ton, but it's not nothing. Where people have purchased the building that still has a vacant building notice, and we have to remove them from the home until we can prove that it was done correctly. And that's the last thing we want to do. So I want to make sure that you know that you're buying a property that's properly permitted, properly rehabbed, and no longer has a vacant building notice. Now, once a property has received that it's called use and occupancy permit, and that's saying this house is now safe for someone to live in, it's going to have one of these blue squares. So if it has a blue square, it's most likely eligible for a vacancy booster grant. But it has to have that use permit. So it has to have that blue square. Any questions about that? Move on to the next slide. Yes.
What's the
This is a vacancy value booster program, and I'm going to talk about. I'll mention it a few more times. Oh, sorry. And I have a link to Code. So the other flyer I printed out is I have a slide at the end that's important links. That's what I printed out, so you will get all the links to everything you need. All right, so those are our property requirements. Next up, we're gonna talk about our applicant requirements. So that's you guys who are actually putting, oh, go back one. Thank you. Okay, so there are two requirements that you have to commit to this grant. The first is that you have to take a homeownership counseling class. Now, in Park Heights, our local one is High. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the High organization. They're on Northern Park, or Park Heights, they're on Park Heights Avenue. Above them. So they're located at 5809 Park Heights Avenue. If you don't want to go through High, there are many other programs. You can click this QR code. It will take you to a list, or the flyer that I have does have a list of about 10 or 15 counseling programs that you can check out. And I also have it as a PDF, so I'll send it to Tarina so she can send it out with more community announcements stuff. So that's the first thing, is you have to take a homeownership class. Usually they're just a day. They can be as involved or as short as works for your schedule. So you can call around, figure out which one works best for you. Some are virtual, some are in person, it just depends. So find the one that's right for you, take the class. The other thing is that you do have to have a minimum of investment of $1,000. So not bad, but all you have to bring to the table is $1,000. Usually if you're buying a home, it's up anywhere from 3% of the purchase price to 20%. There are some programs where we can help you with that $1,000. Brenda in our homeownership department is a good person to talk to about looking for that kind of assistance. And sometimes the housing consent programs can help with that assistance.
Sir.
Not necessarily, but you do have to be approved to purchase the home. So if you're getting a mortgage, you have to have an approved lender. So however you get approved for that mortgage. Now I've seen, there are community land trusts that have, ways to accommodate larger range of credit scores and things like that. So there are various organizations that can help you get approved for a loan. But as long as you're approved for a loan, you will qualify for this grant. So how to apply? Anytime you, okay, grant.
We get my question to PHR about how it's being transferred to them. So like say if their loved one have passed away, it's up to them. And they gonna transfer the house, but they don't have to buy the house. So why is it they can't use the boost programs like the boost program to get that funding as if they were buying the house?
Okay.
It's still like you still pay for transfer of the deed and
Right.
but they want to know what's available besides the grant.
Okay, so Tamara's question was, what if you are being transferred a property, say, you have an elderly grandmother who's moving into an apartment, she wants to give you her home, you're not paying sales price, but you are purchasing it, there are bills, and maybe there's some repairs that need done. I don't know if you would be eligible for this vacancy value booster grant, but you could be eligible. We do still have grants, some grants available for home repair. And there's no requirement for how soon you moved into the house. So you could be immediately eligible as soon as you take title, so long as there's grant funding available, which there currently is. I can't promise that there will be every grant runs out, but that would probably be the best avenue, and I'd be happy to talk to anybody that was. So for ours, no. I can talk loud.
I did.
Sorry. Some of our programs do have income requirements, and this grant specifically does not. But there are some income requirements for other programs that we might stack with this program. If there's equity in the house, it would still be transferred to the, so yeah, any equity in the home would transfer to the new owner. Yes. I think that's the right answer. Okay, So how to apply? We have, yeah, yes, you must owner occupy the property. Yes, that's a great question. You do have to be the owner occupant for 5 years. Okay, so to create an account, we have a program called Neighborly. Anytime you are filing any grant with the city, most likely it's gonna go through this Neighborly program. You're just gonna register it, and then you'll get a list of a bunch of different applications you can file for. You're gonna do the one titled home ownership, which was very clear that makes use to value boost grant. You're gonna do the home ownership, you're gonna click start application. Next slide. Okay, so just to talk a little bit about the documentation that's required for the grant. This is, again, all of our grants are kind of meant to, you're going to be giving information for every grant we have, so that if you're eligible for other grants, you can get that funding too. So, under applicant information, that's just your basic information. You're gonna get your address. Are you over 62? Are you ADA? Does anyone in the home have a disability? Are you a first-time home buyer? That's another grant that we have eligibility for. Information on your household, how many members are there? And then they have optional information you can add, but it's, then you're gonna have your housing counseling information. That's just literally, this is the housing counseling class I took with the date you took it. Now, if you are a first-time home buyer, which is fantastic, we love you, great job, congratulations. There's a few additional things you're gonna have to fill out on the application, but you aren't actually the one filling it out. It's gonna be your housing counselor and your lender are gonna fill out those pages, so you don't have to worry about those. But those are gonna be exactly the same as what you were filling out for your mortgage. So that's where they're gonna pull that data from, all mortgage-related information. Then you're gonna have the sales information. That's literally just what are you buying the house for? What's the property address? Things like that. And then closing information. Who's your title company? A title company is literally a company that handles your settlement. It gives you the insurance. They just handle all the closing and all the documents. So the required documents you're gonna need are your loan documents, your contract of sale, the use and occupancy permit. We can help you pull if you aren't able to get it. And most mortgage companies and lenders and title companies know how to pull a copy of this, so you may not need that. And then there may be some additional documents based on other grants you're applying for, but for this grant, the one that I'm talking about today, those are the only materials that you're gonna need. Okay, next slide. Get to the end. This is just, okay. I don't need to talk too much about this, but these are just some links that I included. Then you can click to the next one, and then maybe to our social media. It wouldn't be 2025 if I didn't ask you to follow us, like, follow, subscribe. To the university. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you, Kelly. So Kelly always is around. She's no stranger to Park Heights Renaissance community meetings. And she's gonna be around today. So if anyone has other questions, she'll be happy to field those questions or give you directions. Rob. Moving along, we're almost there, so hang tight. We're gonna just scroll through some of the community events. Robin's gonna come up and get us through that.
Hello, I'm back, everyone. So hopefully, hey, where you going? Where you going to them? I'm playing with you. If everyone remembers the current appeal contest, if you don't remember, that's okay. We're bringing it back. But we do have a winner. Let me refresh your memory. The first appeal contest was to encourage people to beautify their front yards, either through flowers or if you have some broken stairs, maybe you fix up the stairs, maybe you painted your door. But it's to inspire neighborhood beautification. So some people have a green thumb and we celebrate those people. One of the people that did win is her name is Beverly. Miss Beverly has won a $150 gift card. $150. $150 gift card to Home Depot.
I'm from the treatment. We came down to the Quantico and we got flowers and we planted Park Heights and Hayward. There's a big planter there and it was just dumping trash in there. So Tabitha and myself, friend of that well. We got leftover flowers from Preakness this May and we planted some plants in there. And somehow the neighbors are getting into it and destroying, but we won't give up. Because I'm the chairperson for the Biblical Neighbors Association, Clean and Green Team, and we meet every month, every second, every month, and we're doing great things.
Let's give it up for Jay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jay. I'll be talking about the community events. Hey, okay, so starting off this Saturday, Tawana Neighborhood Association is hosting a community green space cleanup on Bradley and Woven. Volunteers are still needed, so feel free to text the number below. I'm going to say it out for y'all real quick. 443-858-5229. After that, on Sunday, October 19th, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., we have the Unity Resource Fair, hosted by Senator Dalga Attar and friends. Y'all can come out. We're gonna have different local agencies, services, and community partners all in one place. And it's a QR code down there. I think so. Golf course. Okay, on October 20th, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., we have the Southwest Community Aging Adult Resources event. There'll be people on site to help with jobs, rental and energy assistance, water bill support, wills and estates, breast cancer screenings, and more. And that's in the Uplands Community Room, that's 4520 Scarlet Oak Lane. Parkwest Health System is continuing on with their art workshop series. On Thursday, October 23rd, from 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. You'll be making vision boards and different arts and crafts. At the Dump to End Domestic Violence event, you'll be playing basketball, food, music, and prizes for the winners. And it's from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Friday, October 24th, to on the rest. Sankofa Children's Museum is hosting a Jazzy Soul show on October 25th. We got a lot of things going on October 25th, so y'all can pick your favorite one.
Everything.
Oh, and it's $45 for entry, just so y'all know that one isn't free, but I'm sure it'll be a good show. Okay, we have the Trunk and Treat coming up. That's hosted by Jamil's Helping Hands with Safe Streets Center for Hope. People, you know, the Trunk and Treats when you got your trunk up, treats for the children. It'll be a great family event. It's 3700 Cottage Avenue, Candy Stripe Park. Oh, that's on the 25th. Also, on Saturday, October 25th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the CC Jackson Rec Center. It will be an unbelievable fall fest. Unbelievable. And it's gonna be different games, swim activities, food, music, bikes. And it's free registration. But it's a requirement, so make sure you don't have to have this. We have another trunk and treat hosted by Venice Memorial Christian Community Church. And that's also on Saturday, October 25th, that's 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. So you got your pick of the litter with these, y'all. Y'all should come out. That's a little fast. This is something. That's good too. This is also on 25th. It's 41, this morning, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're shining the light on mental health. And then on October 29th, which is a Wednesday, it's going to be a community-wide update meeting on Blue Lake. It's in person, but they also have the option to join virtually on Zoom. October, around October, you got read to read. So your children, if they read 5 aquatic books, then you can get 4 free tickets to the aquarium. Just go to any schools, free library. They're gonna give you a bookmark. They have books that are requested that they already have availability of. You just gotta go there at your kids read 5 books, get free. More free tickets. That's not better than that. The Calvert is Senior Foundation, with the Baltimore City Police Department. Every Monday from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. They mentor people, they have baseball, and it's about community connections. Okay, we have the farmers markets. These go on until November 1st. Well, the Wednesday one at Drill Park, not Drill Park, Drill Park. 3:30 p.m., 7:30 p.m. every Wednesday up until October 29th. Then you have the John Hopkins Farmers Market. That's all the way up to October 30th. That's every Thursday at 1550 Mid-Elgin Street, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday, last but not least, there's the Night Farmers Market, 3902 Park Heights Avenue, and that's from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. And that's up to November 1st. Oh, and SNAP meals are accepted. I know you want that for a shirt. Okay, and for anyone that is affected by the federal government shutdown, BGE has help. So if y'all need to take a picture or scan for details, they're offering flexible payment options, late payment charge waivers, and more. Okay, so we got the At the House app. Y'all should tap into this because it lets y'all know all the services that's going on in Park Heights. Very essential. And it's for Android and Apple. Those two.
It up a little bit.
Okay, if you're a Baltimore City resident, and if you're a homeowner and you have any trouble with housing related bills, you can reach out here to our phone number 410-396-3023, or you can scan the QR code and it lets you know the required documents you need and what they can help you with. And if you see a leak, you report it because it could be a wood main break, and we don't want the ground to cave in. If anyone is struggling with mental health, we all know how to connect at the time. Please reach out. The phone number we have right now is 443-449-5450. And if you're in the anybody got anything and you don't want the police involvement, but you need help, please call Dr. B hotline. 443-431-3705. You can text it up. 443-522-7848. You can stay in touch. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris, did you want?
Oh.
Business owners. Any other business owners in the room? We have a business town hall, our Columbus City Town Hall this next Wednesday.
That's October 22nd. It's going to be at the Langston Hughes Resource Center at 6 p.m. I'm going with the State's Attorney's Office, and we're going to be talking about a new plan to address crime and safety throughout Park Heights. But it's for business owners specifically, as we address looking to address the Main Street issues. So if you're a business owner, come see me, or I'll come to you, put your hand up, and I can come back and give you a flyer. We'd love to get you ahead and come see get your input.
You guys can stay in touch with PHR through all our social media handles, and you can watch. And PHR Renaissance on everything, and Parkhouse Renaissance on LinkedIn. Make sure you subscribe to our text message updates. We'll be sending out updates on our next community meetings, different volunteer opportunities, and events that's going on in the community. Oh, the phone number is text join to 844-858-0048.
Right, that's it. Thank you. That was all. Woo, it's like great job, James.
Okay, yes.
Yes, how do you submit, the association, so that's not how to submit.
Any one of us, I can make sure that you can send us an email. It's info@PHR.
You actually send it, you can send it to communications@phrm.org. Oh,
And that's just for the events that you have going on in the community. If you have other general questions, you want to send those to info@phrmd.org. Okay. Right before we move on, I just want to acknowledge a couple of our city partners, just so you can know who they are. Darnell, Dot, is Phil still here? If you could just come up and introduce yourselves, I just want folks to know who you are, and then we'll be moving on. Any other city representatives here? Oh, Karen, sorry. And you guys already talk to Kelly all the time, so we're not gonna have her come back again. Phil?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Miss Phil. I'm the director at Tawanda Recreation Center. I just got there, I guess it's been a year. Yep, it's been a year. I've worked in Bergen Parks over 10 years. I have a lot of experience in aquatics. That's why I have on my large shorts. Because I actually have an after school program that I teach learn to swim. Just quickly, I do have some flyers over there with me. Some of those events, especially on the 25th, actually belong and I partner with them. And I have some on that pool table right there. So if you need some, the community cleanup, I'm helping with that. I'm actually volunteering. The dump to end domestic violence, that will be at my gym, so basketball. And the Glow Fest, even though it's just on the park, that's right behind the recreation center. I don't know if you guys know, the city did acquire more money and they redid the Tawanda neighborhood pool right there, 4100 Tawanda Avenue. And that was a big hit this summer. So thank you to anybody that might have supported that. I didn't get to see you this one, I don't think, so I'm sorry, but I will send that to you. For Rec and Parks, we do a lot of free things for the community, a lot, and a lot of people don't talk about it. So I try very hard to keep in touch with Miss Tarina to give her everything I'm doing or Rec and Parks is doing. I know school is out on Friday. We have 4 designated rec centers that will have day camps for kids who are out of school. The one in the Park Heights area is CC Jackson. And I do have these flyers. It is a cost, but it's only, I want to say $30, but they get to stay all day. Breakfast and lunch are included, games, whatever activities the rec centers are doing. If you want to, I did not bring my business cards. I'm so sorry. I took my kids out to swim today and I had to take the van back and then come up here, so I forgot to grab them, but I do have my flyers. At Tawanda right now, I know on Mondays and Thursdays, we offer the kids free basketball. So if you know any kids, especially in that 12U age range, the coach comes and teaches them basketball skills and drills and get them acclimated with the game. On Tuesday nights, I have 50 and over basketballs. If anybody wants to, I heard somebody ask me for pickleball. I actually applied for a grant and I got approved. So, there's some equipment from Toronto. I just need the community to show up and I get this equipment. So if it's something you want to see happening in the rec, just let me know. On Wednesdays right now, it's soccer and it's adult soccer. So they play on Wednesday evenings. Friday is my open gym if you just want to recreate. I do have a pool table. The pool is open in the summertime, so that's usually between Labor Day and Memorial Day. That's right, Memorial Day, Labor Day. That's the pool season. And I'm looking to engage and have more. I also have a STEM lab, and that's all free. People just don't know that. But it's all free. The kids do have something to do. Send them to me. I play with your children all the time. They have a big kid. Like I was keeping score for 50 in them for last night. They was like, Miss Will, you know how to do scoreboard? I'm like, no. And they taught me like in 5 minutes, and I was the one keeping score. And then last week when I was in there just supporting them and watching the game, a kid came in there and was like, play Uno with me. Okay, and today I'm supposed to go back to the rec center and beat somebody in pool. So if you send your child, teenager, or if you're a young adult, or the senior, y'all can come to my building. We will find or make something for you guys to do. We want you to come. That gives me a job and it gives everybody something to do in the community. So if you need any of those flyers, I have some with me. And the school out, I know a lot of people don't realize this is something for your child to do, even though they don't have school. And they do have food, because I know when school is closed, that's one of the biggest things is a child finding somewhere to eat. All the recreation centers get food. I will still have food at my building on Friday. I asked for it to be a lower number, but I will still have food. And my address is 4100. And if anybody wants to 4100 Tawanda Avenue. Anybody wants my phone number, I would gladly give it to you because I do have a work cell phone. And I always give that out and I always answer texts and calls.
It does.
Yeah. Yes. I love it.
Hold up, y'all. Give me 1 sec. Okay.
I'm Dr. Ray, government subject. I'm Dr. Larry, and part of the public group. I have a relay line for District 6. Unfortunately, Mr. Green, we lost him not to out of the revenue, but to a new fantastic job, and he's enjoying tremendously. So from now on, I will be regularly on for District 6, which means that many of you know me, but I don't know necessarily you. So I'm going to give you my phone number and my email address so you can text me all of your meetings. So hopefully I can make your next meeting. It is Larry, Larry .Nunley, Nunley. That's not you never. Ley. Yeah, good. Somebody else. At BaltimoreCity.gov. Larry .Nunley at Baltimore City is one word .gov. Phone number 443-615-2626. 413-615-2626. That is a 24/7 number, because we find that help does not come at 3 minutes before everybody's getting off. So please, all I ask you to do is to call in, get that confirmation number, dump the trash, racks, whatever it is, and then forward it to me after you get that number. Meaning you can text it to me or you can email. Ice bursting and flooding and into your house, your basement, sewage backing up. That's us. Please give us an opportunity to help you. Okay? Now, one of the new things is need help with your water bill. That is a program in which if you have you're late with your water bill, I have the other thing is about recycling. Recycling, we have the majority of you know what you can and can't recycle. But now you can no longer recycle the thing we call clam chips. It looks like clear plastic with your berries and all that come in the store. And here our machines is too soft. So you must throw that in the trash. So again, throw those in the trash. Do not put them in the recycle. Do not mix recycle with trash, because once that recycle can is dropped with trash and is dropped into a trash truck, that whole load will be turned down. Help us help you. Okay, if you have any questions again, please reach out to me. I look forward. And does anybody have any quick questions about DPW? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So recyclable items that they go in the trash, your trash will be rejected or vice versa?
Vice versa.
Okay.
All right, and also, please, many people are trying to help our drivers by taking the trash bag out of their trash can and putting it out on the street sidewalk. The rats bite into it, sit up, and then it falls apart, and you say DPW has dropped trash over everywhere. Please, keep it in the can. That's why we gave you the can. And so the young lady right here calls it in, then that is your fine. $50 for a bag, $50 for the bag not being in the can, $50 for the can not having a lid. So in reality, you could get $150 fine for just being nice. So please don't do that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, Madam President, I'm not sure, but do me a favor. Send me a text or an email right away tonight. So I can ask them tomorrow and have you next tomorrow. Well, one of the things that we are doing that I know we're doing, because we have some areas that have a larger rat population than anywhere else in the city. There is a project being run to see if this particular type of say medicine. To get rid of rats, it's been spread throughout the United States, and we're trying that now. Once they find out whether or not it takes down the population because they eat it, go back to theirs, and then everybody else gets sick within the rat population. But this is something that we have, rather than spread it all over the city and see the works, we're doing a pilot program in that particular area. Once we get the final results, then we'll know whether or not we will be doing that all over the city, enabling us to get rid of more rats. That's it. Yes, ma'am.
Compostable bags for recycling, are they acceptable for the city?
You know what, that's you. So will you text me tonight as well, so I can get back to you? Again, I want you all to send me emails, address, phone number, everything, so I can be in communication with you. Don't get me fired. Okay.
My name is Carrie Nye. I'm here tonight from the city's Department of Planning. I'm the neighborhood planner for the Northwest District, so that's the 12 neighborhoods in Park Heights. Then we've got 7 neighborhoods between Northern Parkway and the county line, as well as the Cold Spring community. It's my pleasure to spend most of my time in Park Heights because I live well the most and I love coming to your community as well. So thank you for the invite tonight. We've got about 17 community organizations in this area. I keep finding out that there's a couple more that are starting to pop up and to be created. If you are a representative of a community association I would love for you to get registered on the city's registration website for all community organizations. Being registered there makes you eligible for things like dumpster days, for certain grants, for certain funding opportunities, and for communication between the city. So I would really appreciate if you could do that. And if you're not sure how, I'm happy to help you. You can give me a call anytime at 443-984-3590, and I'll leave the business cards up here. One of the main functions of my job is to facilitate your awareness and participation in zoning and development throughout the neighborhood and throughout Park Heights. As you know, there's a ton of stuff going on right now. I sit with Ms. Wiseman and join the Etobicoke Community Advisory Board meetings that meet monthly. We got next door, we got the Park Heights new library that's being constructed around C.C. Jackson Park. Which is great. The chat, one of our colleagues from Record Park had to leave early, but that project she wanted us to let you all know is on time. And they just put the fencing up. They will be starting conduit work in the next like 2 weeks and then moving in some more heavy duty construction in November. Let's see, we've got these great new houses that are being built out here, which Ms. Henson talked about earlier. All of that is information that I would love to be informed on. If you invite me to your community meeting, or you can subscribe to my newsletter where I do a lot of that communication. And I'll just mention a quick program that Kelly alluded to, which is Typical Local Impact Aid, SLOCS funding, PCDA funding, racetrack funding. It's all the same program. And that's an annual allocation from the state to Park Heights, as well as the neighborhood. It's about $3.5 to $5 million for Park Heights annually, and we work with community members to figure out how to spend that money. As Kelly mentioned, the program she talked about for the Vacants to Value Homeowner Booster Grant, that's funded in part through the local impact aid program. We put funding into this program, this project built next door, as well as the park. There's a couple of grantees who are in the audience tonight and folks who've applied for funding for their community organizations or operating expenses to support their nonprofit. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in learning more about and might help you next year, please reach out. Applications open next September, so you have some time to get a product together and work on that. I'll leave cards here, and again, please reach out to me. I'd love to come to your meetings and get to know you more. Yep. Sure.
Hey, I'm a couple of the times. And the two young kids, straight, you know what I mean? Like, now we have, so I can go make some money up at the door. You know what I mean? My son, like, just my son's apartment.
Yeah, so Department of Planning doesn't have workforce development programs, but we do fund several through the funding source that I just mentioned. I know next door at the Jane Addams Resource Corporation, they do have programs. I'm not sure if they serve young people though. You might have to be 18.
Like, so when I went to college here, we had big house.
Yeah.
Where it's out of it, like, so we had bricklaying class, going in, election class, we go over there and we do a house.
Yeah.
We started down, let's do it, I read in 1974.
Yeah.
Right now, but back in the day, we see those, old man, we did like 20 houses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so I know Lakeland Peak is offering some workforce development, but if you're interested, if that's something that you do through your organization, okay, just wondering what the opportunities are.
Young men and young ladies.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, and so one of the things that we do fund through that program is a mobile career navigator through the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. So they travel throughout Park Heights to get people of any age who are working age connected to jobs and training. It could be for things like trades. It could be for, whatever kinds of jobs that folks are interested in. They help you connect to that training. So I would be happy to give you that information if you want to see what their hours are.
So we got young men standing on the corner.
Yeah, I understand. I appreciate it. I'll leave some cards up and we can keep chatting. Thank you.
I'm here to talk about another plan called We Rise. Carpentry, bricklaying, I'm talking about this stuff I know. So, we have a partner, so we want to take them up the funds, see if they can help. And then we also have John still doing welding in there as well. So if you wanna team up, we can give you the information and maybe we can, help them.
No Curtis.
Yeah, we know Chris.
That's a threat.
Okay, so if you want the information and see if they can use a partner such as yourself, and there's a lot of dime trades for our young kids to go, utilize this, the resources they have out there.
They got a trade, we can always make some money, so.
Yeah. So I'll give you that information, yeah.
All right, one last, bear with us, we trying to wrap this up here, Darnell.
Hello, all right, we're gonna wrap it up real quick. So, my name is Darnell Wharton. I am the Community Engagement Coordinator for the State's Attorney's Office. I have a team of community engagement officers that do across all 9 districts of the city. I am your Northern District Liaison. So basically, I work for you. I am the voice from the office, from the State's Attorney's Office, about anything that we got going on. If you see it turning, State's Attorney Island based on the radio, TV, or whatever, and you didn't quite catch what he said or what he's talking about, contact me. I'll tell you. But more importantly, I am your voice back to the office. So anything that's going on in your neighborhood, when it comes to crime, when it comes to public safety, you want to know what's going on, you want to know how the State's Attorney's Office can help, let me know. If a crime happens in your neighborhood and you may not have been the victim, but you wanted to actually find out what's going on with that person, if you got arrested and charged, I can tell you where that court case is going to be, what time it's going to be, what room it's going to be, what time it's going to be, all of that. And if you missed that court case and wanted to know, I can tell you what happened, what kind of sentence they got, or if it got thrown out or whatever. Basically, I work for you in anything that comes in the State's Attorney's Office. No matter what you do, I don't care what it is, contact me. I will find out about it and give you an answer. I will not leave you hanging. I'll make sure I follow up with you. When they did the redistricting, this part of Park Heights became part of Northern District. So now I've been trying to go to all the Park Heights meetings. I think I've been to like 5 or 6, but to do a longer presentation from me, please let me know where y'all are and I'll come to your meetings so I can talk about more about what we do as a community engagement team and everything. Northwest would be Dr. Joe Bratton. Joe Bratton. So I need everybody to take down this number. 667-239-0050. Please text me so I can give you my email address. So you have 2 ways of being in contact with me. I do a bi-weekly email summary about what's going on in State's Attorney's Office. You'll know what's going on. Again, Darnell Wharton, community engagement from State's Attorney's Office. I work for you. Let me know. Put me to work. Last name, Wharton. Oh, first name, because I know you probably, I don't know if you spelled it right. Darnyle. 667-239-0050. All right.
Thanks, Donna. Okay, hold tight. We have one last presentation and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap up, but we don't want to miss.
Can we reschedule, since we only have 5 minutes? I don't want to shortchange Park Heights residents. I can do a little bit.
How about this? How about we do the overview? And then we can come back and do a more in-depth conversation, because I do want to highlight the book location.
We're in charge.
Okay.
You do what you like.
You guys can give us like 7 extra minutes after 8, right? Yeah, I believe it. Oh my God, this-
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Arthur Hill, and I'm from Kelly Kreiger Institute, one of your partners. We work together. I see Miss Elizabeth, I know Sabrina, we're a team. And I want you to consider that. I have a lot of information that I will pass out, if not this meeting, the next time Sabrina calls on me. But we're gonna start with our speaker, with Francis Andrea, because you have slides. I'm not done.
Family, two things I want you to take away with you from this presentation. This is there are two terms I want you to throw away. The first one is mental. How many people here have heard someone who's different or special referred to as he's mental? Raise your hand if you have. That's an incorrect, antiquated term that you should not use to refer to someone who has a mental disability, a mental disorder, or anything that would keep him from acting like or behaving like. Don't use that term anymore. Mental is not an appropriate word to describe my family or yours. That's derogatory. Second thing, the word I want you to throw away is handicap. Has a problem with mobility. When it comes to disorders that affect the brain, instead of saying handicap, or retarded is another one you can throw away. We don't use that term anymore. We use people with disabilities or individuals with disabilities. For handicap, even on all federal publications, has been thrown away. Those publications have been shredded, sent back to the different departments, federal departments, and that's not a term we call individuals with this no longer handicapped, although the federal government still holds on to it to identify disabilities. It's called handicapping conditions. The 15 handicapping conditions where families who have loved ones who have those handicapping conditions can be identified with federal funds. And we'll also get back to that. One key term of key. Yeah, we got one.
I'm trying to fix it for you. One second.
I enjoyed your presentation. A lot of information to remember.
One sec, yo. Hold up.
What's that? Because I don't want to keep this on the 7 minutes. I'll project okay. Yeah. One word I want you to take away is typical. I'm sorry, yeah, typical. If someone special has special needs special education or specialized instruction or care, use the word atypical. That means that person's not typical. We don't want to use words like regular. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, y'all. We don't want to use the word regular or normal. There's no, thank you. There's no normal. We'll use the term typical for individuals who behave like the whole universe does, and atypical if you need services. That's my icebreaker. I'm going to turn it over to Andrea.
Oh, I think it's there you go. Okay, that's good. All right. Well, thank you for the introduction and thank you for the opportunity to allow me to be here. I really appreciate it, Corinna. I appreciate Dr. Hill giving us a nice introduction to individuals with disabilities. So I was asked to come and talk a little bit about a project that we did as a speech language pathology department at Kennedy Kreiger. So this is just a little bit about Kennedy Kreiger. I keep it group free since we've all had a good meal and people are probably getting sleepy as well. But this is who we are and what we do. So I used to be a recruiter. There's over 100 private pathologists on staff. We also have multiple other specialists, any specialist really that child could need for adolescent, we have it at Kennedy Kreiger. And we evaluate and treat communication disorders. There's some of the areas that we work with. Maybe one you're not familiar with is assistive technology, but we've all had
challenges with this evening, but certain children can't speak, so use a computer or pictures and things like that to honor their speech. And this is just a little bit about where we work, so all the places that Kennedy Kreiger is, and we have many satellite sites across Baltimore and across Columbia and Gaudenzia and various places outside of Baltimore. So you may be kind of wondering, how does Kennedy Kreiger on the east side relate to Park Heights Renaissance and Creative City? So one of the members of, I believe, Monica Waters, that's how we got connected. So I know Ms. Terrain, so she connected me and I organized a book drive for our organization as many years as possible, and we can do it. But we're at the end, guys. Yeah. Here's Kennedy Creative City. So we heard Creative City was an elementary school that had no library and no librarian. So and also I understand this group was instrumental in saving this school and really giving them an opportunity to keep it right community. So this community here, the Park Heights. So we felt like this was a very appropriate school to choose for our donation in advance. So here is the new librarian. She wasn't able to do this tonight. She is in graduate school, so she's actually in class right now. This is Miss Claire Gilmore, Charter City and or Creative City, I'm sorry. And as part of May's National Speech Language Hearing Month, we collected 300 new books to jumpstart the dialogue. So we delivered the books in June of 2025, right before school let out. So here's a picture of us. We were invited back for their back to school barbecue, which was on September 13th. So this is a picture of welcome to the library and a little bit of books. And then this is 5 of us from Kennedy Kreiger, speech pathologist, who came and we did some read alouds to the children and met with the families who came to the event. And then I don't know if videos will play. These are short little video clips. If you hover kind of down the bottom, I sent it to you as a PDF. So I'm not sure if it will, but I can describe it for you. So then the library there, there's a fish tank. They were having fish delivered the next week. There was a 3D printer. So she also received some funds to be able to purchase some things for their library. So there was lots of books and shelves for the children to choose from. And then outside they had a bounce house. They had music, DJ. They had burgers and hot dogs for the family. And we did some reading outside for the kids. They had crafts and games. So it was a really nice event for Creative City Charters. And then I took a picture of this as I was leaving. So I believe this is the dumpster, but it's in the back of the school. And I just love it. It says shine your light. So also I just wanted to say thank you for this opportunity. And if there's other opportunities that arise from this, I'd be happy to talk with anybody about other future book drives or things that your community or schools in your community might need in terms of literacy or anything else. We're open to doing that, partnering with you. So the next slide is my contact information. And that's my director, Dr. Rowato. And then I'm at the bottom. So you can call, text, or email me. And I thank you all so much for having me. Thank you.
So we're definitely gonna have, thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Arthur. We're definitely gonna have them come back. They're just a wealth of resources. Part of the relevance of this is National Learning Disabilities Month as well. So we wanted to just highlight a service provider that is actually in our community. They're also expanding as they have acquired the old Martin Luther King Elementary School building as well. So Kennedy Kreiger is very invested in Park Heights. And they will be back over and over again as time goes on. Arthur has a whole field, so we're gonna definitely have him and teach you guys what to say, what not to say, and then how to go find a resource to help your family and friends. As we wrap up, I'm going to hand it over to Robin. We have a little video that we're gonna play in closing, and then we're gonna wish everyone safe travels on your way home. Thanks for hanging in there with us tonight. We'll keep you posted on as to where we're gonna meet again on next month. We're gonna keep taking the show on the road, trying to work through the technical challenges, but also just giving you guys an opportunity to go into different spaces all over Park Heights. So that's the reason that we keep moving the meeting. You'll see us a little bit of everywhere. By the time the year is out, we will have went to the top to the bottom and someplace to have from the top to the bottom. And the east to the west, but the west to the east. You guys know it's late. But I'm gonna turn it over to Robin to make a video and safe travels. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Sabrina for. This is a 7-minute video. You're welcome to stay and watch it. I know if you have to get going. You can watch this video. I'm sorry, the video is about the last 5 years of Park Heights, the collective impact that has been happening between our partners. And it's a great compilation. And it took a long time for us to put it together. So if you want to stay and watch it, please enjoy. And I was just about to say, it is on YouTube, and you can also visit boldnewheights.org/impact gala to watch that video, see some pictures from the gala, look through the book. All those details will be on boldnewheights.org/impact gala. And before the video plays, if you don't receive text messages from us and want to be updated for the next meeting, any other upcoming events, all those details, please text 844. Jay said it wonderfully. Text join to 844-858-0048. Do it right now. Write it down or do it right now. Write it down. It's text join to 844-858-0048. And you'll automatically be added to our text list. Okay. Yeah, if you're already on it, great.